What I am about to disclose will absolutely shock you, selected one. The fact that you're watching this video right now is no accident. God, there is a purpose to your presence. You're standing on the edge of a major turning point. What you heard tonight is true. This is the night that will change your life forever. God told you, buckle up, because it matters more than the last 10 years combined. All your hopes, dreams, prayers, and hardships over the years are finally coming true. Now you are transitioning from hoping to living, from receiving to waiting. This is more than just a new way of looking at things. It's a profound, energetic, and spiritual transformation that will impact everything you've ever known. Astounding progress will be made tonight as everything begins to fall into place. This is the time for you. Problems and setbacks that have been holding you back are going to end soon. Hold for a second while I walk you through these 3 steps. We'll get to the wonderful change later. Select Like from the menu. Subscribing will help us attain our goal of 15,000 subscribers. To your comment, please add 55. This number will send a powerful signal to the universe, amplifying the energy of everything we're about to discuss. Remember that if you are truly one of the chosen, you will watch this film all the way to the end. Based on your intuition, this message is already meant for you. But if you're ready and willing to accept this, tonight will change your life. At times, the heavens speak gently, and at other times, they roar. God is speaking loud and clear tonight, not in a low voice. Hold on tight, choose one. You did not arrive here by accident. You are not a regular person. From the moment of your conception, you have been marked by a celestial hand, and no tempest, trial, or rejection has ever been able to revoke your mission. You have been chosen for a spiritual launch, and it is happening tonight. All of the time and effort spent getting ready has paid off. Just as the wilderness taught Moses, the pit taught Joseph, and the desert taught David, so too has your solitude been a school for God. He believed that overcoming adversity and spending time alone will help you find your voice. Divine plan, not devastation, was behind every setback. If you've been touched by God's grace, let that light shine. Click the super thank you button and sow a seed of $50 or more to fuel a movement of faith and transformation. Your giving is more than a gift. It's a declaration of His abundance. Be a channel of His blessings and watch His work multiply through you. Rise up now, not at some unspecified future time, for that is what heaven desires. Buckle up, for the ascent is going to be rapid. In His instruction to buckle up, God is emphasizing swiftness rather than ease. You will feel like you're soaring through the air as your life flies by. Chances will present themselves. Opponents will cease uttering a word. Your past will fade into the background as heavenly clarity illuminates your future. Now is the time for launches. The reason you should buckle up is not because you are about to crash, but because you are about to take off. This night will be remembered as a divine turning point because of something that is changing in the spirit. Over the past decade, you have wondered, when will my time come? The sobs in your pillow, the quiet in your prayers, the extended periods of hope without any indication of success. But none of those times have been as important as tonight, this specific night. Heaven is bending toward us. Angels have a mission. You don't need a calendar to confirm that it's your season. Your spirit already knows it. The pain, the expectation, and the feeling that something is close. That's confirmation, not fantasy. God is getting ready to accomplish for you in one night what may have taken a lifetime. Just as He changed Job's story in an instant and elevated Joseph in a day. The wait is coming to an end. Suddenly, not gradually. Tonight is about timing, not time, but God's timing. A divine moment where promise and purpose meet. On this night, 10 years of drought give way to rivers of blessings when the heavens open. Don't undervalue tonight. Everything the enemy attempted to use against you is reversed. While you've been hiding, you've been waiting and seeing others ascend. You've questioned why your moment hasn't arrived and your value. Listen up. The wait is ended. You have been prepped for a public release in private. This is not just any time. It's your time. The rising that cannot be stopped, postponed, or destroyed is yours. Your mission has developed in the fire of pain, and God doesn't advance people based on popularity. The delay was a refining, never a refusal. Now you are going into rooms you once only dreamed of. You are aligning yourself with divine favor, which you were selected for but did not earn. You were meant to rise. Now don't hold back. No more hesitancy, no more reducing oneself to fit in. You are made to stand on mountains, not to fit in with the surroundings. You are not here to be validated, so there's no need to wait for approval or praise. God has already blessed you. Heaven has anointed you, and destiny has set you free. The world is ready for you to stand up, so do it now. There will be a shaking, but it will be to position you, not hurt you. God is shaking your life to release all that has held you back. Like an earthquake, frees the things that no longer belong. It's a divine disruption, though it may appear disorganized, but it's actually beneficial. Heaven is clearing elevation, so small changes are not God's business. The earth feels his actions, and your life is about to have a spiritual earthquake right now. Generational curses are being broken, dead relationships are being eliminated, and don't be afraid of the shake, even if it could feel awkward, and the familiar may disappear. Accept it. It indicates that you are being moved, reconstructed, and improved. You're getting ready, not being destroyed. Your setup for extraordinary success is this shake. You're being thrown into places where your history cannot follow you, so fasten your seatbelt. Yes, 10 years of advancement in a single night. That is a God-sized promise, not an exaggeration. God is condensing what ought to have taken 10 years into a single divine moment. He's compensating for lost time, missed chances, and years wasted to melancholy, betrayal, deprivation, and dread. Like he did for the widow who poured oil and saw it never run dry, or Peter who worked all night and caught a record-breaking crop in one instant tonight. Simply position yourself. Don't attempt to figure it out. This type of advancement is the result of compliance rather than effort. One night is equivalent to 10 years of healing, prosperity, elevation, and favor. This is divine math. God is going to surprise you with how quickly things improve. You won't just catch up, you'll overtake. The battle has been genuine, unrelenting, and draining, often in private. People didn't see your restless nights, but they did see your grin. Although they could hear your voice, they were unaware of the intensity of your internal conflicts. But it's over tonight. It's the end of the season of never-ending hardship. God has witnessed all of your sacrifices and the times you repressed your own emotions in order to console others. And he is saying, enough. Enough of living. Stop hiding. Don't feel trapped any longer. Every cycle of strife is coming to an unearthly halt tonight. It's going to dissipate, not simply get easier. The power of heaven is removing all of your spiritual burdens, limitations, and lies that held you tiny. You will always remember this night as the night that everything changed. It's a liberation night. You've wondered, why me? Why did I go through this? I felt like I was about to lose it all, emotionally, financially, and spiritually. For as long as your memory serves you, be still, for a great transformation is on the horizon. God redeems the time and turns back the sadness when He alters a life. He also restores it. Think about Joseph. He was deceived, left behind, and imprisoned, yet all of it was for a purpose. And then he was elevated to a position of power. That kind of turnaround is happening in your life because of God. He is altering the trajectory of things. That pebble they passed up, you will be the foundation. Your sobs will transform into rivers of testimony. This is a major shift, not a little one. Regaining what you lost is the ultimate glory. The very thing that brought you low will now raise you up. God is taking over your tale, and your troubles are just the beginning. As others who felt sorry for you inquire about your rapid ascent, you can confidently say, "It was the hand of God." You know what it's like to feel like there's never enough, to have to put dreams on hold, and to have to watch every cent. Tonight, nevertheless, the heavens will open their vaults. God is not only blessing you with financial independence, but also with vision and divine strategy. Like the woman with the jar of oil, who thought she had nothing left but ended up walking in abundance, or like Peter, who threw his net again and caught something that nearly destroyed his boat. This is more than just provision. It is transformation. A time of rapid development is upon you. The plague of financial necessity is being lifted from your life by God through unexpected deposits, divine connections, business ideas, inheritance, and investor favor. The King of Kings, who has seen every tough month and every payment you couldn't pay, is releasing everything, not chance or the system. Now is the time for your surplus. Now is the moment to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. With a donation of $100 or more, you can actively participate in His divine mission and contribute to His greater plan. Every offering you make reflects the boundless generosity of God, and I trust it will return to you abundantly, far exceeding your hopes. Always remember, His protection and blessing accompany your every step and every act of giving. You are a vital part of His sacred design. You are strong and radiant, steadfast, like His mighty rock. Experience God's miracles, feel the rewards of your generosity deep within your soul, and shine your light with boldness and faith. May you be richly blessed, and may the light of the Lord continually guide your journey. Someone has ignored you, made fun of you, and laughed at you. Your faith was deemed irrational, and your obedience was deemed foolish. They didn't pick up on the sparks that were being kindled within you. God has been preparing a table for you, even as others have mocked you. Even the people who thought you were out of their league will be around to see your meteoric ascension, which will be marked by undeniable, tremendous power. Like Hannah, who wept in the temple before holding her miraculous son Samuel, you will hold what you once hoped for. Instead than pursuing revenge, use your accomplishments as proof. Make an impact with just being there. The era of tranquility has come to an end. People will pay attention when you speak. The atmosphere shifts the moment you step foot inside a room. In a short amount of time, you have gone from being despised to beloved, and from lowly to elevated. This is a divine affirmation. Every single tear has been carefully observed. No prayer was ever in vain. No matter how silent your screams or how dark your hours, God has seen them all. Regardless of whether people have forgotten about your pain, God says, I remember. He remembers the times you held fast to your faith like it was your only hope, the times you scattered seeds with trembling hands, and the times you comforted others in their hour of need. Your trials are being transformed into a joyous occasion this evening because heaven has heard them. While this may bring some solace, it is truly divine justice. Even on the nights when you can't sleep, God will provide you rest. In response to every rejection, He is releasing recognition. For every moment of shame, He is pouring glory. He was there through it all and is now running around. There will be no more avoiding or minimizing. No matter what, you will always rise when asked to do so. This is no temporary boost. It's a miracle ascent to fame, power, and purpose. Just because you made it through a fire doesn't mean you aren't ready for anything. You can't help but notice the oil that is always present in your life. Extra anointing was bestowed upon you. Never fear if you don't think you're qualified. God qualifies the called, not the qualified. Your calling is thunderous. A subtle but profound shift is going to occur in your life. It will be obvious and seen all throughout the globe, and nothing can stop it. Not a single mistake, not a peevish whisper, not even an enemy scheme. You have been carried by grace, and now it is bestowing the crown upon you. It would be foolish of you to stay there when you might experience the immense strength that comes with ascending. In an effort to slow you down, people may utilize words like darts. Nevertheless, the deeds of God are final. Nobody, no system, and no criticism can trump heaven's command. What God has planned for your life cannot be stopped. The doors that are opening are divine, not governed by humans, and you are entering an unbreakable yes. You still haven't made it inside the rooms where people are whispering your name. Possibilities are lining up like a jigsaw puzzle. This is a result of supernatural intervention, not mere chance. Forget about it. Put an end to begging for understanding. Those who were never told their fate have no right to expect explanations from you. Permit them to watch. Ignore them, since God's movements reveal His will. Because they couldn't understand your strategy, they teased you, but they'd eventually get it. You were being hidden, singled out, and preserved for a greater good. You were not being ignored. This is now your discovery. The things they despised are being changed by God into something they would cherish. Your faith will be the foundation, and your compliance will be the proof. You won't have to fight for heaven, since it already knows who you are. The jury has decided on you. To be selected means to be revered, elevated, crowned, protected, and distinguished. Because of your unique anatomy, you don't walk like most individuals. You are now walking in the might of God. As you climb, the sound of their laughter will fade into the background, so let the jeers die down. You put your faith in people, and they have failed you. For support, you've depended on relationships that have failed to deliver. Nevertheless, this is the night when God is beckoning you higher, to a point where your very survival depends on Him. He is removing all of your artificial supports so you can fly. This is liberty, not retribution. Because when you rely solely on God, you never have a shortage of anything. He becomes someone you can trust to keep you safe, feed you, and lead you. He is adequate, but not sufficient at all. As soon as you leave a poisonous relationship, you'll realize how strong you really are. You can't keep expecting other people to rescue you. God is ready to fill you with bravery, insight, and calmness because you are a vessel, not a victim. Standing taller, wiser, and fully submissive to the one who never fails, you are departing on this Independence Day. You have succeeded And now, it is time to thrive. You are being summoned to a new life, one that is powerful, meaningful, and replete with undeniable accomplishments. Not just material prosperity, but also mental and spiritual wholeness, strong conviction in one's own abilities, and leadership roles. This is not merely a new chapter, it is an entirely new novel. There will be major shifts in your personal relationships, bank account, health, and sphere of influence. You are being reimagined by God, not just repaired. In the future, you will not appear to be the one who endured hardship. Rooms that have been repaired, finished, and sprinkled with knowledge will be yours to explore. Get ready, everyone. Prepare yourself mentally. Create space. Put an end to what is no longer beneficial to you, since the abundant, powerful, and fresh life for which you have prayed is already here. Because this is the chosen one's ascension, everything will change. Neither the night nor the moment in question is ordinary. The interruption is just delightful. A single breath from God is wiping away 10 years of grief, loss, and silent sorrow. He is working swiftly. When the burden you've been bearing for what feels like an age finally lifts, it will feel surreal. In public, the thing that has troubled you behind closed doors for years will finally win. A lot of people have been broken by the storms you've walked through, and you've been burnt by the fires that should have destroyed you. On the other hand, for standing firm while others crumbled, God is rewarding you with a freedom so great that it will seem like being born again. Along with physically removing pain, God is also erasing the mental and emotional markers of it. After the hurt subsides, the lessons will stick with you. The opponent thought he had you cornered, could wear you down, and silence you if he extended your trial for 10 years. But your strength and God's perfect timing were disregarded by the enemy. This one night will ruin everything that hell tried to create in your life. You will feel different and lighter when you wake up tomorrow. While you slumber, the bonds of despair, broken hearts, financial hardship, and terror will be released. You'll be reintroduced tomorrow with a refined new tempo, rhythm, and identity. Finally, your chest will be free to breathe without any obstructions. If anyone asks you, "What happened to you?" you can simply respond, "God showed up." Because when God steps in, a decade of suffering becomes a testimony. Your destiny begins tonight, and your painful chapter is coming to a close. You can only feel what is coming your way. It's hard to put into words. Every earthly limitation, every natural law, and every obstacle in your life will be overcome by the change God is about to bring about. It will be sudden, extensive, and indisputable. Even though you were doing everything correctly and walked in circles, nothing was changing. The reason for this is that heaven was planning a supernatural transition, not a human one. A shift that doesn't depend on your connections, your resume, or anyone's approval. When this occurs, human reasoning will yield to God's plan. The very foundations of your life are about to shift. This is a spiritual earthquake. False labels will crumble, and old identities will peel off. You're entering a new flow, a new position, and a new frequency. Just stroll in it. Don't try to explain it. You've earned this via unshakable belief rather than hard labor. God is blessing you directly, circumventing the systems. The aim of what He's doing is to make people think, "There's no way that's possible unless God did it." This change will exalt His authority rather than your plan of action. Your tale will serve as tangible evidence that heaven is still able to move mountains. Get ready for something that will make history even though it doesn't make sense. You're entering a time when the extraordinary becomes commonplace and good fortune comes your way. This is the change that makes all the difference. You have stood without assistance, you have prayed without evidence, and you have praised when you should have been terrified. The heavens have listened now. Your trust is being rewarded. It has been noted. God is bestowing rewards that surpass your wildest expectations, because despite mounting pressure, your faith remained unwavering. This is a supernatural outpouring, not your typical recompense. Like Abraham, you had faith, but had no idea where it would go. Like Esther, you braced yourself for an unexpected moment. The blessing that takes countries to their knees is now being released by God, just as He did for them. Blessings you didn't ask for will come to you. Doors you didn't knock on will open. Heaven is not based on your wish list, but on your faith ledger. God never forgets the hidden commitments, the agonizing sacrifices, and the unseen obedience. It is a generational reward. Because you prayed in the midst of chaos, your children will walk in serenity. Because of the crops you sowed during the famine, your family will survive the harvest. Because you never gave up, your legacy is about to be baptized in blessings that are incalculable. Allow your heart to rejoice. The wait is over, the drought is over, and the testing has been completed. The overflow comes next. You've been in the background, in the shadows, in the back room of destiny, while others took center stage. But tonight, that will change. Pay close attention, because in the days to come, you'll be able to point and say, "That right there is the reward of my faith." Now is the time for your ascent. This is dominion, not just elevation. God is giving you authority in addition to lifting you up. Though it no longer has dominion, despair had its moment. God is transforming your ashes into beauty, your tears into joy, and your fear into courage. You're turning into light, not just getting away from darkness. You will now be in demand, where you were previously invisible. You will now provide responses where you previously sought assistance. This ascent won't be silent. It will reverberate and motivate. Those who previously only knew you via your hardships will now recognize your courage. You're going from being ignored to being indisputable. Your purpose is no longer hidden. Your gifts are awakening, and your voice is becoming louder. You are not coming out of this barely surviving. You are coming out with the spoils of war. This is spiritual domination. Your territory is increasing. Your name is being spoken in influential places, and it's not due of luck, it's because of preparation. You earned this, with scars that others never witnessed. Let heaven and hell both know. The silent one has found their roar. The shattered one has discovered their crown. Your rise has begun, and this time, you're not coming back down. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's grace abound in your life. Whoever sows generously will also reap generously. 2 Corinthians 9:6. When you give with faith, blessings multiply. Click the super thank you button and sow a $40 seed. Trust that His abundance will return to you in ways beyond measure. Yes, it's feasible. You will see what you have prayed for, and waited for in a single night. The truth is that your season of delay is over, and God is not constrained by time. Now, what felt stuck is unstickable. The intangible is turning into the tangible. They will now pursue you after you waited for answers. Now that you've waited for favor, it will come pouring down. Not only have the floodgates of manifestation been unlocked, but they are overflowing. You will have in your hands what you previously only glimpsed in dreams. This is the time of year when the predictions begin to come to pass, when every not yet becomes a right now, and when everything falls into place so neatly that it will seem as though the world bent around your purpose. Because it did. Time, people, and miracles have all been arranged by God to fulfill your promise. Give up. You won't have to work for it. Just situate yourself. You won't have to perform. Divine alignment is the source of manifestation, not hard work. Because of His name, not your strength, God is carrying out what He stated. Look up then. The moment of witnessing has arrived. The period of waiting is over. Everything changes in a single night, and you will never be the same.